Well, welcome back to another game of On-Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of On-Base Baseball. In this game, we're going to be playing Game 2 of the 2023 National League Division Series. Facing the Atlanta Braves, the hometown Braves, is going to be the Miami Marlins. The Braves are up 1-0 in this series as they won Game 1 5-3. Austin Riley with a two-run double in the 7th inning put the Braves ahead after they climbed back out of a 3-0 hole. First inning, the Marlins scored 3 off of Spencer Strider, but everybody settled down and the offense came to life throughout the game. And this is going to have basically the same lineup. It's going to be Braxton Garrett for Miami going against, Maxwell Fried for the Braves. Fried a little bit, not a little bit dinged up, a lot of it dinged up. For the majority of the season, he got hurt in like start number 2 or 3 and didn't come back until really August or September into the rotation. Had a really good, run of 8 or 9 starts there at the end of the year, but just been a rough couple years for Max Fried. He missed the playoffs after a great season last year, and he misses the bulk of the season this year. So we'll see how things go for the young left-hander in this one. Braxton Garrett is a younger left-hander for the Marlins, and he's got 21 stamina, 362 FIP, so he'll be pitching out of this column here. Fried at 338 FIP, or Sierra, so he'll be pitching out of this column. And let's go through the lineups. For Miami, it'll be Arise leading off. Jorge Soler is hitting second. Josh Bell is hitting third. Jazz Chisholm is in center field. He's a cleanup man. Jake Berger, who had a good series in the wild card round, but was silenced for the most part by Strider yesterday. De La Cruz is in left. Jesus Sanchez in right. John Birdie is the shortstop, and Nick Fortes gets a start again at catcher. This is October 9th, so this is 2 days later. Everybody's totally fresh, and no bullpen problems as well. Whoever we used, we can use again. Like I said, Garrett on the mound, 21 batters he can face. He's a lefty. 362 Sierra. And for the Braves, it'll be Acuna leading off, then Riley second, Olsen third. Albies is a switch hitter. He is hitting fourth. Ozuna is fifth at the DH spot. Harris in center field will bat sixth. Arcia is the shortstop. He's batting seventh. Murphy gets the start again at catcher. And Kevin Pillar with the second start in a row against a left-handed pitcher. Although Eddie Roz did come in about halfway through the game before, once there was a pitching change, and they went to a right-hander. Rosario came into the game. Pillar really there as a platoon guy against left-handers. And Maxwell Fried, left-handed pitcher, he can go 22 batters before we have to move him down. And 338 Sierra puts him in that first column. Bonafide, number 1, Max Fried. He was number 2 in Cy Young voting in 2022. So, all right. So let's get started in this one. Atlanta is up 1-0 in this series and looking to put a stranglehold on this one. Let's see if Miami can put a good game 2 together and hold on here. It'll be Arise, Soler, and Bell against Maxwell Fried. 14 to Arise is going to be a base hit, and just like game 1, he starts it off with a base knock. Arise at first base now with Jorge Soler coming to the plate. Soler with a 12, that's going to be a ground out, and that goes to the shortstop. It's a little chopper right past the pitcher. The only play is going to be to first base, so we're going to go 6-4 on the putout. He's going to be there on a fielder's choice. So we got one out here. Arise makes it to second base on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Bell with a runner in scoring position. 34 could be a big hit. He is a 5, 34 to a 5. That's going to be a double down over the left fielder's head. Pillar not able to get a good jump on that as it was ripped into left field. And that's going to be a 2-bagger and an RBI. And just like game one, Miami takes the early lead against the Braves. 1-0 Miami. Jazz Chisholm to the plate. He's got a runner in scoring position. He's going to strike out here as he swings through a curveball for strike 3. Jake Berger now, 2 down. Base hit, scores a run. 14 is going to be a walk. Maybe not a bad walk. Let's see. De La Cruz to the plate. De La Cruz had a decent game in game number 1, but here he's going to strike out with 2 on and 2 out, and that is all she wrote in the first. But Miami gets the first run, and they head to the bottom of the first inning. It's 1-0 Marlins over the Braves. It'll be Acuna, Riley, and Olsen up first for Atlanta. We was pitching out of column number 2 here, so 26, not a strikeout. And for Acuna, a 26 is going to be a base knock. That's ripped right past the shortstop, and Acuna is at first. I think we all know what's coming. 1-7, he's going to be safe. Oh, Fortis gets him. Acuna can't believe it. They're looking at the replay. Replay shows they just barely got him before he got in, and so Acuna out at first brings up Riley to the plate. Riley with a 15. That's gonna be a ground out. That's right to the third baseman. Hot shot to third, and that'll be out number 2. As the third baseman Berger makes a play. Brings up Matty Olson. Olson a little bit quiet in game 1. Let's see what he does here. This is gonna be a ground out to short. 6-3 on the putout goes Birdie, and a 1-2-3 inning. Well, I guess not a 1-2-3 necessarily, but effectively a 1-2-3 inning for the Marlins. So top of the second, Miami leads 1-0. It'll be Sanchez, Birdie, and Fortis to the plates. Max puts Sanchez away with a slider, and that's going to be out number 1 as he whiffs. Brings up John Birdie. Birdie 1 batting run. He's worth 1 batting run, so that's going to be a base knock, and that goes down the right field line. He bounces it past the first baseman into right field, and he's at first with nobody out. All right, the Marlins are going to do something funny here. They're going to bunt. So a 1 or 2, he's going to be out, but Fortis is going to square around, and he is going to lay down the sacrifice bunt. So that will be out number 2. But the reason we would do that, Fortis is a very poor hitter, and Arise is a very good hitter. So all it takes is a base hit to score a run. A 35 is not going to get it done, though, as he is going to strike out. So Max bears down and gets the swinging strikeout. Very rare strikeout of Arise. And Miami tried to put a little pressure on the Braves and couldn't come through with the big 2-out hit. So we go to the bottom of the second inning, still 1-0 Marlins, and the Braves send up Albies, Ozuna, and Harris to the plate. Albies batting right-handed. He's a little bit of a lefty killer. One of the best averages in the league against left-handed pitching. 15 for him is going to be a ground out, though, so he's going to pull that, or actually he's going to hit it to first base. A little 2-hopper. And the first baseman is Bell. He's going to take it to the bag himself, 3 unassisted. Brings up Marcell Ozuna, a 34. 34 is going to be a home run chance. This is an 8 or a 9, though, so he is actually going to strike out. Well, isn't that something? Brings up Harris. Harris, a 10 batting runs. He's going to hit it hard, but he's going to hit it right at the third baseman. Berger reaches out, makes the play. L5 on the putout, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. They almost had a home run there for Ozuna, but he got caught up on this home run or strikeout chance. So basically it says a home run or a K if it's an 8 or higher, so an 8 or 9. So he really only has a 1 to 7 home run percent chance on there. We go to the top of the third. Miami leads 1-0. They send Soler to the plate. Soler with a line drive. He hits it right at Arcia. Arcia to his left dives and catches it before it gets to the outfield. Great play by Orlando Arcia as he makes out number 1. Soler now 0 for 2. Brings up Josh Bell. Bell with the RBI double in his first at bat. He hits this one hard and far into deep center field. Going back on it is Michael Harris at the track. He reaches up and he makes the play for out number 2. Nice running catch by Mike Harris. Jazz Chisholm Jr., center fielder, struck out his first time up. He's going to strike out again, and this time of the swinging variety, and so that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Maxwell Fried as he gets out of the third. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and 1 strikeout. Head to the bottom of the third inning. It's going to be Atlanta down 1-0, and they send up Arcia, Murphy, and Pilar to the plate. 45 to Arcia is going to be a fly ball. That's out to left field. The left fielder ranges over, and that's not the right place. Left fielder ranges over, and it's going to be De La Cruz making the catch in left. Next up is Murphy. Murphy, his first at bat of the day. 14 is going to be a base hit, and that's right up the middle. A little bouncer up the middle, and Murphy is on for the second Braves hit of the game. Kevin Pillar stands in. 44 to Pillar is going to be a single with an asterisk. He only has a 5, but what that does is it pushes the runner to third, so the asterisk means a long single. As he hits that one, you can see down the line, and that is going to be first to third for Murphy. And the Braves are in business. They have 1 out and a runner at first and third. With their big man on campus here, Ronald Acuna Jr. 16, he gets under it just a little bit. He just misses it. He knows it. He hits this to deep left field. Going back with his back up against the wall, feet on the track, is De La Cruz. He's going to make the catch, but that's going to be a sac fly. Why do I keep writing up there? That's going to be a sacrifice fly with an RBI. 2 outs in the inning, so this runner comes in from third. And the runner is going to move up there to second. So all runners move up on the fly out with a runner advance. That's a 16. And the Braves tied the game at 1. They got Austin Riley. Maybe they're not done. Runner in scoring position, base hit, scores 1. And Riley with the bouncer to third, to Hopper, and Berger over to first makes the out. Excuse me. And the Braves go down, but they score 1. The game is now tied at 1 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Jake Berger, De La Cruz, and Sanchez. Brian De La Cruz is his name. 35 to Berger. Berger is going to strike out. So Berger now 0 for 1 on the day. And De La Cruz stands in. He struck out in his first at bat. 45 is not going to be a strikeout, but it is going to be a fly ball out to left field. Ranging over is the left fielder Pilar, and he's going to make the catch for out number 2. 2 down in the inning, and Max Fried looking for another 1-2-3 inning here. Shutdown inning, they call him. 35 to Sanchez, who's a 4. That is going to be another strikeout as Max Fried gets him looking. Freezes him with a fastball on the inside corner. He did not like it. The manager doesn't like it. But Fried just puts his head down and goes back to the dugout. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. 1-1 is our score here in the 4th inning. The Braves are up 1-0 in this series. And this is game 2. And they are looking to put a serious dent in the scoreboard. They have Olsen, Albies, and Ozuna coming to the plate. Olson with a 34. That's going to be a fly ball. He hits it well, but he hits it out to right center field. That's going to hang up for Jazz Chisholm, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Brings up Ozzie Albies, switch hitter, batting right-handed against the lefty. 36 for Ozzie is going to be a fly ball. This is down the right field line. Coming in hard on it is the right fielder Sanchez, and on the run he makes the catch, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 quick outs for the Braves. They are tied at 1 with the Marlins, and a 24 is going to be a second straight strikeout. Sorry, this one is that way, backwards K for Ozuna, and a 1-2-3 inning for Braxton Garrett. Nice start for the young man as he comes out with his probably his first postseason start, if I'm guessing. And it's going to be Birdie, Fortes, and Arise. They're facing off against Maxwell Fried. This will be a fly ball lifted out to right center field. Over to get it is Ronald Acuna Jr. No problem there as he makes the catch. And we're going to go to Nick Fortes. Fortes 0 for 0. No official at bat as he had a sacrifice hit in his last at bat. This time he's going to lift one in the air. This is out to straightaway right field. Ronald Acuna is there. Let's do an error check on Acuna. And no problem there as he makes the play. And 2 down in the inning on 2 fly balls to right field. Brings up Arise. Arise struck out his last at bat, but he did single and score back in the first. He's also going to lift one, this one time to center field. And this one is caught by the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 3 up, 3 down, go the Marlins in the 5th. 1-0 is our score. Braxton Garrett giving the Braves all that they can handle. He can go 21 batters. He's not even to 18 yet, so both pitchers dealing in this one. A 46 is going to be a strikeout of Michael Harris II as he swings through that and can't catch up. Arcia stands in. He's a right-handed batter. 35 to Arcia is going to be a strikeout, and that's back-to-back Ks. If you go back to the last inning, 3 in a row for Braxton Garrett. Garrett again pitching out of the second column. A 13 to Murphy. Murphy singled in his first at-bat. This time he's going to ground out. He hits it hard, but he hits it right to the second baseman. And the second baseman is Arise. Makes a good throw to first, and that gets the catcher for the third out. 3 up, 3 down, go the Braves. In the 5th, and 2 strikeouts for Braxton Garrett. We head to the 6th inning. It's going to be 1-1. Soler, Bell, and Chisholm Jr., third time through the order for the top of the Miami Marlins batting order. They're facing off against Maxwell Fried. He's at 19 batters. He can go 22, so still going strong. And for him, passing his stamina just means going to column 2 because he's already in column 1. The 24, though, is going to be another strikeout. See if we can get a 1 to 9 number. That is a 9 as he gets Soler striking out looking. And Soler now 0 for 3. Josh Bell to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He does have an RBI double. He's going to add a single here. So he's going to be 2 for 3 as he hits a base hit right past the third baseman, Austin Riley. Bounced over his glove, and the left fielder is Pilar. He gets it in quickly, keeping Josh Bell at first. Let's go ahead and we're going to put on the hit and run. And what we do is if it's a ground ball, if it's a ground out, there's no play at second base. A ground out with an advancement, same thing. If it's a fly ball, he gets back. If it's a single, he's going to go first to third, regardless what the single is. And if it is a strikeout, then we have to roll for the stolen base. He's got a 1 on his steal, but we're trying to keep him out of the double play is what we're trying to do. So Jazz Chisholm to the plate. 45 to Chisholm is going to be a fly ball to center field. No problem there for Michael Harris, and Bell scoots back to first. as he was off on the hit and run on the pitch. 2 down now, and we're going to keep them there at first. No need to hit and run now. It's Berger, Mr. Berger. That's going to be a walk to the 5th place hitter. 2 walks in the game for Jake Berger. Puts runners at first and second. Runner at second base can score with 2 outs. And let's see if De La Cruz can come through for the Miami Marlins. He doesn't. That's going to be a strikeout as Max Fried, tough as nails, bears down and gets the K. He extinguishes the threat in the 6th, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 1. This is a good one between Braxton Garrett and Maxwell Fried. Garrett only at 17 batters. Braves have just had very little in terms of offense in this game. This is a fly ball from Pilar. That goes out to right center field. He hit it well, but ultimately it lands in Jazz Chisholm's glove for out number 1. Back to the top of the order with the Braves and Acuna. Acuna looking to break out. He's 1 for 2. He does have a sac fly. 14 is going to be a long single for Acuna. That's going to be turned into a double as he hits it down the right field line. And that's a 2-bagger, a hustle double for Acuna. And we got 1 out. Austin Riley to the plate. He's got a couple of ground outs to third base. Let's see if he can bust out here. He did in game 1. 13 is not going to get it done. That's going to be a ground out. That goes to shortstop. Acuna is going to have to stop at second base, and so he's going to stay there. We got 2 down and Matty Olson to the plate. 54 batting runs. He's clearly hitting out of this first column, and we need his bat to wake up a little bit. A 25 is going to be a fly ball that goes out to right center field. The error check on the center fielder is negative, Ghost Rider, and he is going to make that play. Jazz Chisholm hauls it in center, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. And the Braves bats just as cold on the tabletop as they were in real life, and facing a good pitcher, but man, just can't get the big hit. So we're going to send Maxwell Fried out there again. He's got 27, 26, 25, 24. He is going to be past his stamina, so he's going to be pitching out of this column here. See if we can keep him in the game 1 more inning. Last time I did that with what's his name, Strider. The Braves were able to score and get the win for them. We'll see if that can happen here. It was the 7th inning when the Braves made their move, and they were tied in the last game. So hopefully Fried can hold them down here. 45 to Sanchez. He is facing the bottom of the order. That's a fly ball down the right field line. Hit well, but Ronald Acuna makes quick work of it as he gets to the line. He's in fair territory and makes the catch. Brings up Birdie. Birdie 1 for 2. This is going to be a ground out. That's tapped right out in front of the plate. Murphy, a nice play there as he gets out and makes the throw to first. And that brings up Nick Fortes. 35 to Fortes is going to be a strikeout as he strikes out looking. And Max Fried gets through another 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. Excellent pitching duel here. We got 18, 19, 21. So 21, he's right at his stamina. He can stay out there in this column for 1 more inning. Let's see if Braxton Garrett can get through it or if he gets in trouble. Facing Albies, Ozuna, and Harris. 23 is going to be a ground ball. Hot shot to the first baseman. The first baseman is Bell. Slides, spins around, flips it to first, and that's going to be out number 1 as they get the speedy Ozzy Albies at first. Gold star play there for Josh Bell. 13 as Ozuna pounds this one into the ground. It's going to be a couple of big hops to the shortstop. On the candy hop, Birdie gets it over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Michael Harris II comes up. He has the ability to put the Braves ahead. Let's see if they do it. He's 0 for 2 in the game. He's going to wind up 0 for 3, I believe, as he a 10 to 30 though. Well, let's see. That's going to be a walk as he makes it to first. Pitch just misses. And let's go ahead and send him. I think we tried this before and he got thrown out. Somebody did. All right, 1 to 6. He's going to be safe at second. Oh, man. It is the caught stealing game. Nobody can get him. And so that's going to end the 7th inning on the caught stealing. Acuna got thrown out. Harris got thrown out. And Nick Fortes is dealing behind the plate. All right, we're going to have to go to the bullpen here in the 8th inning for both teams. Let's get a new pitcher for the Braves. All right, new pitcher for the Braves is going to be A.J. Minter, the lefty. He comes in, he can face 4 batters and 306, so he's pitching out of this first column. He comes in for Maxwell Fried. Fried is not going to be able to figure into the decision here, but he had a terrific start. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. So the 1 run came all the way back in the first inning. An RBI double from Josh Bell, but after that, he's been lights out in this one. Let's see if A.J. Minter can close the door on the Marlins. He's going to face off against the top. Arise, Soler, and Bell. Arise is 1 for 3. He's going to hit the ball hard here. That will be a line out. And that's a line drive to the shortstop. So we got L6 on the putout. Nice play by Arcia for out number 1. Brings up Soler. Soler 0 for 3. Struck out in his last at-bat. 26. This is going to be another strikeout. This time looking. And that's 2 quick outs in the inning from A.J. Minter. 2 for 3 is Josh Bell. 45 is going to be a fly ball. And that goes out to center field. No problem there for Mike Harris as he pulls it in for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down go the Miami Marlins. Almost said Dolphins. Miami Marlins in the 8th inning. And Minter does a good job coming in. For Miami, we're going to get a new pitcher for them as well. So let's see who is coming in. All right, coming in is Andrew Nardi. He's a left-handed pitcher, can go 4 batters, 3-1-8, so he's out of column 1. He's going to replace Braxton Garrett, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. The 1 run came on this sacrifice fly here, so very well-pitched game from the young left-hander. Matched Maxwell Fried pitch for pitch in this one, and we're tied at 1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it's going to be Nardi facing off against Arcia, Murphy, and Pilar. With the lefty coming into the game, we're not going to bring Eddie in yet. Might need to bring him in for a pinch hit at some point, but we'll see. Arcia 0 for 2. He struck out his last at-bat. This time he's going to hit it high and far. Down the left field line, chasing it to the wall, is going to be De La Cruz, and he makes the play on the run. Really nice play down in deep left field for Brian De La Cruz. That's out number 1. Arcia thought he had that one, but just short. Murphy stands in. He's 1 for 2. A 36 to Murphy is going to be a fly ball. This one a little easier play out to the right fielder. And the right fielder, Sanchez, makes the play in the gap for out number 2. Brings up Kevin Pilar. Pilar is going to strike out. And so that will, in the inning, 1, 2, 3 goes Nardi against the Atlanta Braves. We head to the top of the 9th inning. It's Miami and Atlanta tied. We're going to leave Minter out there, see if he can get through the heart of the order here. Chisholm, Berger, and De La Cruz. He can go 4. He's only gone out against 3. So he's still pitching out of this highest column here. No need really to remove him. Jazz Chisholm Jr., except that he may give up the game. That would be a good reason to remove him, right? Chisholm is going to have a long single. So this one is hit down the left field line as he pokes that slide piece and just gets it inside the line. He's going to run to second base and turn that into a double. Ay caramba. All right, so Berger to the plate. Berger 2 walks. He's 0 for 1. 14 is going to be a hit by pitch. So he gets plunked by Mentor. And that's about all I needed to see. And so we're going to get a new pitcher for the Braves. Right, into the game is Raisel Iglesias, right-handed closer for the Braves. It's the 9th inning, tie ball game. And we are hoping, especially with the top of the order coming up, that we can get out of this still tied. AJ Mentor goes through a scoreless 1 inning, comes back out, and gives up a double and hit by pitch. It remains to be seen how many runs he's going to give up. Hopefully none, as Iglesias is going to face off against De La Cruz, Sanchez, and Birdie. And this is, he's pitching out of this first column. So let's see. He came in for the save in game 1. A 23 is going to be a ground out with an error check. So it's a ground ball to Ozzy Albies. No error on the play. And we are going to take the force out at second base. I almost always take that force out at second base. So going to third is Chisholm. Going safe at first on the 4-6 put out is going to be Berger. The reason you take that is you keep that double play in order. So if you can get a double play here, 24-46 is going to end the inning. And it's Sanchez up to the plate. A 55 is pretty good too, as that will be a line out. So that line drive goes to the third baseman, hit right at Austin Riley. No chance to get the runner at third as everybody scampers back to the bag. But now 2 outs with runners at the corners. They're 1 out away from heading to the 9th inning. And just like that, Raisel Iglesias with a slider gets Birdie swinging. And that's a killer pitch, as Miami had 2 on with nobody out and cannot get a run home in a tie ball game. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th inning. Braves are sending up the power bats, Acuna, Riley, and Olsen, any of which could end it with 1 swing. And we will see if that happens here. We've got Nardi on the mound. They're going to bring in AJ Puck. So let's get Puck into the game. All right, so AJ Puck into the game. Big lefty. 4 batters he can face. He's in column 1, 266 Sierra. He is going to replace Nardi, who went 1 inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout in a clean 1-2-3 8th inning. We closed the book on Mentor. Mentor didn't allow any runs after giving up those first 2 men on base in the 9th inning. And Iglesias came in and mopped it up perfectly. Let's see if the Braves can get 1 to take a 2-0 series lead, or does this one go to extra innings? Puck is going to face off against the top of the order. It's Acuna, Riley, and Olsen. This one is hit high. This one is hit deep to right center field. Going back on it is Chisholm. He reaches up and he makes the play right at the wall as he kind of bounces off the wall. And everybody was holding their breath on that one. Acuna thought he got it, but just a little bit short. And that's going to bring up Riley. Riley 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Let's get one in the air, brother. 11 is not going to do it, as he's going to strike out swinging. And that's going to bring up the man, Olsen. 54 batting runs. He had 54 home runs in 2023. Can he end it here with 1 swing of the bat? The crowd is on their feet. AJ Puck is ready, facing a lefty-lefty matchup. It is a 25. This one's hit in the air down the left field line. Tough play for De La Cruz. And we're all in suspension, but he makes the play on the running catch. 3 outs. So 1-2-3 inning for AJ Puck. And we're going to leave Raisel Iglesias in there. He can continue to go out of this first column for another inning. And he'll be facing off against Fortes, Arise, and Soler as we go to extra innings. So a little free baseball here in Game 2 of the NLDS. No. All right, a runaway D10. So we got a fly ball here from Fortes. He is going to hit that to center field. And that's going to be out number 1 as Mike Harris makes the play. I'm going to try to remember to replace Fortes so that he doesn't have to catch into extra innings. Just wanted to give him that at bat. Brings up Arise and Soler. Luis Arise, big free agent or big trade pickup for the Marlins, came through clutch in the first game. He is 1 for 4 here. This will be another ground out. This goes to Ozzie Albies. See if Albies can make the play. He's a minus defender, so 1 or 2 is an error, and he just makes the play as he gets it over to first base, and that's out number 2. So 2 down in the inning, and Jorge Soler to the plate. Soler with a couple of punchies the last 2 at-bats. He at least gets wood on it this time. He's going to ground it, a little two-hopper to short. The shortstop, Arcia, no problem to first, and he gets him by 3 feet, and that's going to be out number 3. So Raisel Iglesias goes 2 innings, impressive 2 innings for the Braves, and called on to do multi-inning duty with a day off after this, I believe. So it'll be a travel day as Game 3 is going to be played in Miami. So we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. It's Albies, Ozuna, and Harris. Does somebody have some magic in his bat? AJ Puck, he can go 4. He's only gone 3, so we're going to leave both closers in the game. See if they can continue their dominance. This is a ground out right back to the pitcher. Let's see if Puck makes the play. He does, and that's going to be a little toss to first for out number 1. Brings up Marcell Ozuna. Here's a fly ball. This one's hit out to center field. Jazz Chisholm is after it, and he makes the play. Just barely. Kind of popped out of his glove, and he secured it for the snow cone grab. And that's going to be Harris up to the plate. He's 0 for 2. 26 to Harris is going to be a strikeout, as he is a strikeout victim for the 2nd time in this game. And a 1-2-3 inning for Puck and the Marlins. And we're going to have to get a new pitcher for the Braves. Let's see who we can get in there. All right, the new pitcher for the Braves is going to be Joe Jimenez. Right-handed pitcher, big right-hander. 4 is his stamina, and 302 is his Sierra. So he'll be pitching out of column number 1. He's replacing Raisel Iglesias, who went 2 innings. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Very good multi-inning game for him. AJ Puck, too, who will be replaced in the next inning. Also just an excellent outing. It's going to be Bell, Chisholm Jr., and Berger for Miami. Berger was the man with the magic bat in the first series against the Phillies. Let's see if he can do the same. Bell is 2 for 3. He has an RBI double in this one. 34 is going to be a double. So he hits another double. This one to the opposite field, into the gap in left center field. Harris digs it out, gets it back, but Bell is 3 for 5 now with a couple of doubles in this one. And the go-ahead run is at second base. A 23 is going to be a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Let's see if Jimenez makes the play. He does. So he looks to runner back, and he throws to first for the out. And that's out number 1. Which brings up Berger to the plate. Berger, an 8 batting runs player. Picked him up at the trade deadline. It's going to be a 56. That's a strikeout for Jimenez off of his column. Big strikeout there for Joe. And 2 down now, and a runner in scoring position for Brian De La Cruz. De La Cruz with a ground ball. That's to Ozzie Albies at short. And he is, or at second base. Albies is going to make the play. Nice pickup. Quick throw to first. And they get the out at first. Stranding the leadoff double at second, having a chance to take the lead there. Nice job by Joe Jimenez to come in and shut things down. And we're going to get a new pitcher for the Marlins, AJ Puck, with a very admirable 2 innings, but let's see who can get in there now. All right, the new pitcher for the Marlins is going to be David Robertson, a pickup from the Mets at the trade deadline, so late season acquisition. He can go 4 batters, right-handed pitcher. 363 is his Sierra, so he's out of column 3. We're going to see if we can get through this bottom of the order with him. That did not work the last time I tried to do that in game 1. But let's see if they can bridge a gap to Tanner Scott, which they haven't used yet. He's their next big stud that you're going to want to use at the top of the lineup. The game could be over by then, but let's see. He is replacing A.J. Puck. Puck went 2 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So excellent from the 2 closers here. Excellent outings for both of them. We're in the 11th inning, bottom of the 11th inning. I like to play a traditional 11 innings, or traditional extra innings. So we're playing 3 outs, just like we would normally play back in the day. And it's 1-1. Terrific pitching so far in this one. And it'll be Arcia, Murphy, and then I think we're going to get a pinch hitter for Pilar finally. 13 to Arcia is going to be a ground out. That's hit right to the shortstop. Candy hopped a birdie, and he gets Arcia by a couple of steps at first. Arcia now 0 for 4. Murphy is 1 for 3. He does have a base hit. Here he's not going to get one of those. It's going to be a ground ball to third base. He hits it hard, but he hits it right at Jake Berger, and Berger makes a nice play at third and a good throw for out number 2. Let's get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Eddie Rosario. Now that we have a right-hander in the game, Eddie's going to come in and play left field, left-handed bat. There he is. So Eddie, 0 minus 4. All right, now Eddie is into the game. He is a left-handed batter. He's going to come in and play left field, so we're going to insert him into the game. Eddie stands in against David Robertson. Robertson got the first 2 batters. There's 2 down in the bottom of the 11th. We're tied at 1. Eddie stands a little bit hunched over. He got his hands out in front of him. And Eddie loves to swing the bat. So we will see how this goes. Hopefully it's a home run, but don't know. We got to roll and see. 26. Robertson is out of this second column, so 26 would have been a strikeout, but not for him. And for Eddie, he was a perfectly average batter. He hits into a ground out. That's a little tapper out in front of the plate that the catcher makes a play on, and that's going to be out number 3. So the 11th inning is over, and we head to the top of the 12th. It will be... We're going to ask Joe Jimenez to do 2 innings here. So let's see if he can get through it. If he gets in any trouble, we'll bring in, I don't know, somebody, Tonkin or someone. So he'll face off against Sanchez, Birdie and Fortes, bottom of the order for Miami. 25 is going to be a fly ball. This goes out to right center field. The right fielder is Acuna. He's over, and he's going to make an error. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? E9. Oh, took his eye off the ball, bounced off of his glove, and Sanchez is safe at first. So that's going to bring up Birdie. Birdie 1 for 4. A 26. 26 to Jimenez is going to be a strikeout as he gets Birdie looking. We did not have to, because he can go 4, and he started the inning at 4, he doesn't have to switch his column, so he can still pitch out of this highest column. There's 1 down now, though. And let's go ahead and get a pinch hitter here. We're going to have Hampson pinch hit. And let's see. Hampson is here. We're going to get Hampson into the game. He's a right-handed batter. So pinch hitter in the 12th. He's a 0 minus 5. So maybe he can provide a little bit of spark, a little bit of life for this offense. We'll see. He had a pinch hit. He started a rally in one game, an extra inning game against the Phillies. So maybe there's lightning in the bottle twice. We'll see. Hampson with a runner at first base. He might hit into a double play, and then that would be it. He doesn't. A 44 is going to be a single as he hits one to right field. And the fish are in business. So I'm not going to chance it going to third But we got runners at first and second with Arise to the plate. And Joe Jimenez, can he get out? A 56. Ooh, that's a strikeout. Big one. As that's going to be out number 2. And the Braves are 1 out away from a little bit of a mess. This is Jorge Soler. Soler into the game with a home run. And it looks like he's going to a 22 to a 19. That's a double or a triple. If this is a 7, it's not a 7, it's a 4. So that's going to be a 2-bagger into the left center field gap. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. That's going to score this guy. It's going to score this guy, and that's going to be a 2-run double for Jorge Soler. And the Braves let the fish hang around, and Soler comes through with a 2 RBI double. He's now 1 for 6 in the game. And that brings up Bell. Bell, a couple of doubles. He's 3 for 5. 36 isn't going to get it done, as a 36 is going to be a fly ball down the left field line. Coming in on it is Eddie Rosario, and he's going to make the play for out number 3, but not before the fish put 2 on the board in the 12th. They must have known I was running out of space up here, and they were like, we got to get something done. So it's going to be we're going to bring in Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott pitches out of this column, so let's get him in here for the save. All right, so Tanner Scott, the lefty, is coming into the game. He can face 4 batters. 266 is the Sierra, so he's batting out of this first column. Jorge Soler with the clutch 2-out double puts the Marlins ahead 3-1 as we go into the bottom of the 12th inning. The Braves do have the top of the order up, but they've been awfully quiet in this one. Ronald Acuna with the 2 for 4 day. He does have an RBI on a sac fly. No stolen bases. And then just a big offer for your number 2 and 3 hitters. Actually 2, 3, and 4. So let's see if that can change here in the bottom of the 12th inning against Tanner Scott. The opportunities are limited against a pitcher pitching out of this first column. 12 is going to be a ground out, and that's going to go right back to the pitcher. Pitcher handles it and gets it over to first for out number 1. All right, the Braves down to their last 2 outs. The last 2 outs, though, are Riley and Olson. Pretty good last couple of outs. This one is hit in the air, and that's going to go out to right field. The right fielder is Sanchez, and he is going to make the play for out number 2. 2 down, last chance saloon for the Braves is Matty Olson. Pretty good last chance to have. 54 batting runs, and we'll see how this one plays out. A 14 is going to be a long single. Doesn't really matter with Matt, but a base hit is a base hit. And now the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Ozzie Albies. Albies is 0 for 5, 0 for 4, sorry. And let's see if he can tie the ball game with a home run. He's a 20 batting runs player. 22, blank here. 22 is going to be a double or a triple. It's going to be a double, as that is a 2-bagger with 2 outs. That's going to score the runner from first as Matty Olson comes around on the double, and that is an RBI double to left center field as Ozzie Albies keeps it alive as he turns on one, rips it into the gap. And it ain't over till it's over. Ozuna is up, tying run at second base. Base hit ties up the ball game in the 12th. Home run is going to end it. What do we got for Marcell Ozuna? Oh, that's a double, a 2-bag. Oh, it's a triple, a 777. Oh man, Marcell Ozuna chugs in with the triple. Oh wow, and that's going to tie the ball game. RBI double, RBI triple for Marcell Ozuna. Oh my gosh. All right, and Michael Harris, is he going to come up with his first hit of the series? We'll see. If he does, it's going to be a walk-off winner. A 45 to a 10 batting runs is going to be a fly ball. That goes out to left center field. The play is made in left field by De La Cruz. But the Braves say, anything you can do, we can do. And they put up 2 runs in the bottom of the 12th to stay alive in this one. And we're heading to more extra innings. Top of the 13th. We got to get Joe Jimenez out there. He's already gone 2 innings and given up 2 runs, so that's definitely no good. Let's get a new pitcher for the Braves. All right, new pitcher for the Braves is going to be Michael Tonkin. Tonkin can go 7 batters, so a little bit of length there. Often would go 2 or 3 innings in a game, 2 to 3 innings. And he replaces Joe Jimenez, who went 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, and 3 Ks. He gave up the 2-run double to Soler that put the game in peril there in the 12th inning, but the Braves come back with 2 in the bottom of the 12th to keep it tied. It's now 3-3 as we head to the top of the 13th. It'll be Chisholm, Berger, and De La Cruz in this one. Epic game 2. 45 is going to be a fly ball that's going to go out to left field. Eddie Rosario comes in. He's at the line in fair territory, and he makes the catch standing on the chalk. It's Berger. Berger is up. He struck out in his last at bat. He's been on base 3 times. 14 to an 8 is going to be another walk. So 3rd walk of the game for Berger, as he's been on most of the time, 4 out of 5 times, 4 out of 6 times. Brings up De La Cruz. 36 to De La Cruz is going to be a fly ball. That goes down to right field, a little bit deep, and in right field, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. who makes the play, and that's 2 outs in the inning. Berger stays at first. Brings up Sanchez. 25 is going to be a fly ball out to center field, and that's going to be a catch made by the center fielder, Michael Harris. Tough catch, but he was able to get there and haul it in. And into the 13th we go. So I like to just draw a little something over here for the 13th. And no runs scored there as Tonkin comes in and gets the Fish 3 up. Actually, not 3 up, 3 down, but they do strand 1 at first. Nice inning by Tonkin. And we're going to need to get a new pitcher for the Marlins. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, the new pitcher for the Marlins is going to be George Soriano. Soriano, right-handed pitcher, can go 9 batters. 4-2-4 is his Sierra, so he's going to be pitching out of column number 2, just like Tonkin. And he closes the book on Scott. Scott 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. He is not in line. Actually, the 2 guys in the game now are in line for the win or the loss, so we'll see. We're in the bottom of the 13th. The Braves are tied at 3. It's going to be the bottom of the order with Arcia, Murphy, and Rosario. I realize I never put what's his name in, Stallings. So Jacob Stallings comes into the game. Sorry about that. Let's see, Stallings minus 15. Not a good hitter. Plus 1. So Stallings has entered the game. He's been playing catcher the whole time, and he comes in here. All right, so it'll be Arcia, Murphy, and Rosario. Rosario came in the 7th or 8th inning, I guess, for Pilar. Arcia is 0 for the day. A couple flyouts, ground out, strikeout. And he is going to add another flyout here as he hits it in the air to left field. De La Cruz is out there, and he's going to make the play for out number 1. Brings up Sean Murphy, a 45 to Sean Murphy. That's going to be a base knock right past the shortstop. And Murphy is on with 1 out. Let's actually see here. I don't mind pulling Murphy and putting Darno in there. He's been catching for a long time. So let's see what we got for speed. Who is this guy? Hilliard is out. Nicky Lopez, decent. Forrest Wall, decent. I think he was on the team. So all these guys are already out there. So we're going to go with Forrest Wall as a pinch runner. So Wall is going to pinch run in the 13th. So he comes in here. And we're going to try to steal second. Forrest Wall is he's a 7 speed. So that's really all I care about right there. Because he's going to come out of the game. We're going to get Darno into the game for the next inning if it goes on. So we're going to try to steal. He's a 1-7. The Braves have been unsuccessful the whole game. And he's in there with a stolen base. So runner in scoring position now for Eddie Rosario. Rosario gets his chance against Soriano. Soriano again pitching out of this column. It's a 25. That's going to be a fly ball. That goes out to left center field. Right center field. The right fielder is Sanchez. He runs it down in right. And that's going to be out number 2. Not going to chance that going to third base. No need to with 2 outs. Because a Ronald Acuna Jr. base hit is going to score a run. So let's see if Ronald can come through. Such a big time player for the year. Possible MVP of the league, a 34. This is going to do it, a 34. Oh no. Oh, as he flies out. Fly out to center field. And that's out number 3. For any normal player, a 34 is going to be a good play. Home run, double. Oh, man. What am I doing with this game? All right, so that's the end of the inning. Soriano gets out of it by the skin of his teeth. And he had the Braves strand a runner at third in the 13th. And we're headed to the 14th inning. This is an epic one. 3-3 is our score. Miami over Atlanta. How did we get here? We had a couple of early runs in the 12th. Each team scored 2 runs, and now we are into the 14th inning. Top of the 14th, it's going to be the bottom of the order, Birdie, and then Stallings, and then back to the top with a Rise. They're facing off against Michael Tonkin. Tonkin with a pretty efficient inning, his last inning. He's going to get a strikeout here as he gets the first batter, Birdie, looking. And we're going to bring up Jacob Stallings. Stallings with his first at-bat of the game. He'll ground out. This is a little tapper out in front of the plate. That goes actually to Darno, who we are putting into the game. Darno is -6 + 1. So we got Darno in the game at catcher. He makes the throw down to first. Tested, obviously. Whenever you come into the game, it's almost obligatory that they hit one to you. So he makes the play at first. Brings up Luis Arraez. We're into our 7th at bat here. Arraez is a 25 batting runs. And a 45 is going to be a base knock. That goes to down the first base line, a little chopper past third base. And he's going to wind up at first. Not a huge speed threat, but he's there. He is the go-ahead run, and let's see. A double is going to score him. A triple is going to score him. A home run is going to score him. And let's see if Soler, what he's got. A 56. 56 is going to be a walk, so that's going to be 2 runners on. Now, any sort of hit is going to score that run from second. Go ahead run at second base. Josh Bell to the plate. Bell is already 3 for 6. 36 isn't going to get it done, though, as he is going to fly out down the left field line. Eddie Rosario comes in hard on this little flare, and he slides, and he makes an amazing catch to save a couple of runs, or at least save 1 run. And Tonkin is slapping his glove as Eddie Rosario makes a game-saving catch there in left field. So we go to the bottom of the 14th, game tied at 3, and Soriano's still in the game. He's faced 4 batters. He can go 9 before you have to move him. And He's going to be facing off against Riley, Olson, and Albies. Not an easy task for any pitcher. A 14 to Riley is going to be a base hit, and that is a solid single past the third baseman into left field. And the Braves are in business. They got Matty Olson coming to the plate. Don't know if anything extra bases is going to score, but we'll see. 46, that is about as bad as you can do. That's going to be a double play as he wraps it to the shortstop. The shortstop, Birdie, goes to second for 1 and a rise with the relay to Bell for 2. So we're going to go 6-4-3 on that double play, and that just is deflating. 2 down now for the Braves, and still a hope with Ozzie Albies as he got the rally, kept the rally going back in the 12th inning as he had an RBI double with 2 outs. Maybe he can poke one out here in the ball game. A 66, not a poke out of the ballpark, but 66 is going to be a long single for him. That turns into a double as he hits one into the left center field gap. Takes him a while to get there, and by the time they get it back in, he is in scoring position with a double. And let's see if Marcell Ozuna's got a little more magic. He tied it up with an RBI triple back in the 12th. Can he hit the game winner? Against Soriano, a 24 will not do it. That's going to be a strikeout as the entire Truist Park is on their feet and let out a collective groan as the Braves strand another runner in scoring position. They've done that a couple of times. Had a guy in scoring position in the last inning. Couldn't get him home. And so we head to the top of the 15th. Man, I've done 2 games today. And, losing voice here. All right, so we go to the top of the 15th. We still got Michael Tonkin in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 batters he's faced. So we're going to drop him down. He goes from here to here. Actually, we're not. We're going to bring in Colin McHugh. Let's do that. We have a little bit more luxury with the Braves. They have Colin McHugh. McHugh, the right-handed pitcher. He can go 7. 4.51 is his Sierra. So Tonkin goes 2 innings. He gives up 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and only 1 strikeout. All right, so Colin McHugh into the game, right-handed pitcher, 451. So he's going to be pitching out of here. Kind of we were going to do that anyway, but he can go 7 batters. Tonkin would have to go out of the game if we win another inning. It's going to be Jazz Chisholm, Berger, and then De La Cruz for the Marlins in this one. A 36. 36 to Jazz Chisholm is going to be a fly ball. That goes to left center field. Over to get it is Eddie Rosario, and that is out number 1. Brings up Jake Berger. Berger with 3 walks and a hit by pitch in this one. He's going to strike out here as Colin McHugh gets him on the swing. Out number 2. 2 quick ones for Colin in this 15th inning. Brings up De La Cruz. De La Cruz hits it high and far into the right field corner. Chasing it down is Ronald Acuna Jr. a couple of steps short of the track. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Fish in the 15th inning is where we're at. And it will be Harris the second, Arcia, and Darno for the Braves. They're facing off against Soriano. Soriano can go 9. He's gone 1. Try to think here. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he actually came in here. And he's gone 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to stay in this column here. Trying to get through the 15th and give his guys another shot at this. This is going to be a fly ball out to center field for Michael Harris. Let's see if there's an error. And there is. And a little bit of life as Chisholm, tired from running around all over the place in center field, makes the error. And that's going to be an E8. And just like that, the Braves are in business. Let's go ahead and roll the dice here. 1 to 6. Harris is going to be safe at second. They're really desperately trying to end this game. And he's in there. So new catcher, new result. So that's going to be a stolen base for Michael Harris. And he's at second base with Orlando Arcia in the game. Oh. Arcia looking for the big hit. A 12 is not going to do it, but it is going to advance the runner as he hits it to the shortstop. But it's a little tapper. Shortstop has to come in hard. Birdie. Snap throw to first, and he's going to get him at first, but that's going to allow the runner to advance to third base. And Harris is at third with 1 out, and this is sort of a dream scenario. So what we're going to do is we're going to intentionally walk Darno. So that's going to be put runners at the corners. That's going to set up a double play situation. We're going to play the infield in on the corners. Let's play the infield in on the corners. We're trying to get out of this with 1 pitch. So if it's hit up the middle, that's going to be an attempt at a double play. If it's hit to one of the corner infielders, he's going to look the runner back and maybe make that play at second base. We'll see how that works. Eddie Rosario to the plate. Can he be the hero he was in 2021? Can he be in 2023? A 45 is going to be a fly ball that goes out to right center field. And you know we got to try that. 1 to 6. We are going to try to get the sacrifice fly here. I can feel the tension building. Fly ball to right. We got Michael Harris II at third, and he is a 6-speed, so anything 1 to 6, he is going to be safe at the plate, and the Braves will end this in walk-off fashion. The whole crowd watching, waiting as Sanchez loads up, and here comes the throw to the plate. Oh my gosh, and he guns him down. Oh my goodness gracious. So we're going to go 9-2 on the put out. Wow. Just a wow. That's a tough 0 to put up there for the Braves right there. As we go to the 16th inning, this one becoming a marathon, becoming one for the books. And Soriano somehow gets out of that one. I don't know. That's tough. All right. So we go to top of the 16th. It is Sanchez, Birdie, and Stallings for Miami. They're facing off against Colin McHugh, the right-hander, veteran from his days back in Astros land. A 34 is going to be a 2-bagger. That's going to be ripped into the left center field gap. And standing at second base, representing the go-ahead run, is Sanchez. That's going to put Birdie up to the plate. Birdie is 1 for all of those at-bats. 1 for 6. A 56 against a guy here. A 56 is going to be a strikeout. That strikeout is swinging. Brings up Jacob Stallings. Stallings of the minus 15 batting runs. He's going to ground out here to shortstop. No error from the shortstop Arcia. He's going to look the runner back to second, whip it over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. As we head to the 8th at bat for Luis Arraez. Arraez 2 hits in 7 at bats. A 26 is a possibility here. That's going to be a single with an error check. Single is going to score the runner from second, so that's going to put the Marlins ahead. And we're going to have a single here. And let's see if there is an error. I don't even know where that went. We'll call it center field. And no error on the play. So the runner comes home, Sanchez, with the go-ahead run as Arraez comes through in the clutch again, just like he did in Game 1 against the Phillies. Miami desperately trying to hold this one as they're down 1-0 in the series. 23 is going to be a ground out from Soler. That's grounded to first base. Let's check the error. Matty Olson, not a great player at first base, and that is going to be an E2. And it's all falling apart a little bit here in the top of the 16th, which is what you would expect to happen after 16 innings of play. And brings up Josh Bell, 2 down. Another 26 to Josh Bell is going to be a ground out. You can see a ground out here that goes to the second baseman. And we'll go 4-3 on the put out. That's out number 3. And that ends the threat. But Miami does put one lone run on the board. And let's see. The Braves have the top of their order coming up. They're going to get a new pitcher in here for Miami. So let's make that switch. All right, this is it. 3 outs away from a Miami Marlins win. In comes Brazoban, Oscar Brazoban. He's a right-handed pitcher, can go 5 batters. He's a 406 Sierra, so he's coming out of this third column. Not an upgrade necessarily, just the same. Soriano goes 3 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk. It was intentional, and 1 strikeout. Bottom of the 16th we go. Braves send up top of their order, Acuna, Riley, and Olson to face off against Brazoban. McHugh on the hook for the loss as he gives up 1 run back in the top of the 16th. And the Braves looking to put 2 on the board for the win. The Marlins looking to hold on and even the series at 1 game apiece. First batter is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's going to fly out. So 25 is going to be a fly ball with an error check. Fly ball goes to right field. The right fielder is Sanchez. He's a minus fielder, and he's going to make the play anyway. So fly out to right is out number 1. And Acuna, a tough day, only 2 hits out of 7 at-bats. Brings up Austin Riley, who's had an even tougher day, 1 out of 6. And let's see what Riley can do. A 14 is going to be a base hit, and that is a base hit to right field. So Riley at first base. Brings up Matty Olson. Matty Olson with a single and a run scored back in the 12th inning. And let's see what he's got here. A 24 is the worst possible outcome. That's going to be a double play, and that's going to end the game as the Marlins go 4-6-3. So a rise to Birdie to Bell, and that's going to end the game. 2 outs there, 3 outs there, and that is a Marlins winner as they take this one by a score of 4-3. Wow, in 16 innings. So Florida, or Miami, not Florida, they take this one and evens the series at 1 apiece. All right, win is going to go to Soriano. The save is going to go to Brazoban. The loss is going to go to McHugh, who goes 2 innings. He gives up 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, and 2 Ks. Actually a pretty good outing for him, but he is going to take the loss. I don't even know who you give player of the game to here. Maybe we'll give it to a rise, as he had a nice game. 1, 2, 3 hits, 3 out of 8. He had the game-winning RBI. He also scored a run and played some good defense. So we'll give him the player of the game. I'm not going to do any totals here. I'm tired. It's just it's too much. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 hits for Miami. Don't know if they had any errors. I think maybe they have 1. And 4, 7, 9, and there was 1 here, so 10. And I don't know. Don't think there were any errors up there. All right. I don't think there's any errors for the Braves. Oh, no, there's 1. All right, so four runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Miami, and 3 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error for the Braves. The series is tied. We're going to go to Game 3. The next game will be from Miami. This is the 2023 NLDS. Our final in 16 innings is Miami 4, Atlanta 3. And this was an excellent game, well pitched all the way through, and got a lot better starting pitching than I thought we were going to. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you click subscribe, that'd be great. If you watch more than a couple of these videos and you're interested in whatever I'm doing, just click subscribe and you'll get notified of new videos when they come out. If you're not so impressed but you like this particular video, just click the thumbs up. It helps a lot, and I would really appreciate that. If you want to buy this season's 2023, you can buy the cards, which the season comes with the cards here, but it also comes with the roster sheets, which you've been seeing throughout the game. It's all the same. This just happens to be a big, huge list of players. The cards are individually carded players. You can play either way. You can play both ways, whatever you want to do. If you play with a roster sheet set, you need this game engine chart. And it also comes with this 2 types of scorecards. So this one is by at-bats, but there's also a traditional inning-by-inning scorecard as well. And the game guide comes with it, as well as what else? I think that's all you're going to get out of the box, but you'll get everything you need to be able to play the season. Doesn't matter. You don't have to go and purchase all the game components separately. You can just purchase a season and you have everything you need to play. For every season, you're going to get all the components that you need to play the game. There's also an online dice roller, which I haven't been using, but you can use that as well. And basically, it rolls the 2d6s plus the d9, and a true d9 and not a d10. But if you want to use real dice, you probably have to use a d10. Most people don't have a d9. And so you can use that online dice roller. It's free. It's available on the web. You can use it on your computer, on your mobile device, a tablet, whatever. You can even play it on a Kindle Fire, I think. So as long as you can access the web through a browser, you can play and roll the dice using that. So if you need a quieter option or travel option, that's a pretty good one. All right, I think that's it from here. Miami wins 4-3. They tie up the series at 1, and we are headed to Miami, Florida for game number 3. That'll be the next one, so stay tuned for that. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.